Hey there, my name is Mike D, and I also go by the name Maduric in the gaming communities. And in this video, I wanted to do a review and talk about the 6S-80 Sim Racing Chassis and Cockpit by 6 Sigma. So I've been into sim racing for about 6 months now actively. And I first started on a Logitech G29 pedal and wheel setup on an Open Racer chassis, which is just a very simple, basic chassis. And I recently upgraded to the Fanatec motor and steering wheel system with load cell pedals, and then using that on the open wheeler setup, I quickly figured out I needed to upgrade my chassis as well. And after doing a little bit of research, I found 6 Sigma and jumped into their entry-level chassis, which is the 6S-80. Now, for me, it's been absolutely perfect, and I picked it up because I also found out that one of the warehouse distributors was only an hour from me. I live in western upstate New York, and I was able to find the distributor. I was able to drive right there and pick it up in person. And they were great, really awesome. Excited to kind of meet the people behind the scenes and talk to them. And so I picked this rig up, and I absolutely love it. Been blown away. I mean, I do consider myself a beginner in the sim racing community and world, but I could tell how quickly a chassis and rig like this will really improve your abilities and help you just have a lot more fun. The biggest thing is because, number one, it's so adjustable that you can dial in your ergonomics and how you sit to every little last detail. Everything is on track sliders, and you can really move everything however you need it to be as comfortable as possible. But the other thing too is it's just so stiff, and that you really get to have all of the feel and all of your movements go directly into the wheel and the pedals. Coming from a lower line setup like the Open Racer, you could feel how all of your energy gets dispersed into things that aren't the pedal or the wheel. Having a nice firm chassis like this really helps improve the experience and your ability to control the car, where all of your input goes right into it. I found it real easy to put together. I got it all done in about 3 hours, and I really like putting stuff like this together, so I found it very easy to do. Everything's just on, like I said, track sliders, and the aluminum tracks is just very easy to get the base put together. And then once it's all together, making the little tweaks and adjustments really was easy. So what I want to do now is grab the camera here and do a little walk around to show you a little bit more in depth what we got going on. So you'll also notice that I got the attachment accessory for the mouse pad, which was awesome. I also obviously have the microphone attached to that, which worked out perfect. So the other thing that I really, really love too is cable management. So you'll see from this side, I have all this in my recording studio, and cables are a big nightmare. But this setup allows me to very easily route all the cables, keep them out of sight and out of the way when I'm doing anything. The pedals went on great, very easy to adjust and move them where I needed them. The other thing that I love is that they make the arms here for the CSL, the Fanatec CSL DD motor. So then it makes it a little bit more stiff, and it just fits this perfectly. So because I have that and they offered it, I went with that, and it's really, really, really great. The other thing that I love about this setup too is that it's nice and compact. I have converted my vocal booth in my studio for my rig. So I have my screen in there, I have a camera in there, and this is only 3.5 feet wide by 5 feet deep. So it's not a big space, yet this thing fits perfectly in there. And I also went with the caster pedals, so I could literally just wheel this thing right into where it needs to be, get it into place, lock the pedals down, and it's good to go. So again, can't really say enough great things about this, especially for the price point. Really happy with it. I'm only 5'4", 140 pounds, 45 pounds. So, this light version or the lower version just works perfect for me. If you're a little bigger or just want something with a little bit more bells and whistles. I could see how the 120, or I think it's the 160, would be a nice upgrade. But again, for me, this works great. I moved this is the seat for my open racer, which works fine. And that was very easy to add on, or move over from the old chassis into this one. So really, really pleased with it. Excited to do more racing. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you guys for Six Sigma. Looking forward to doing some racing, and check them out. Later.